What is good, everyone? Thought I'd make a video, and this is basically all on the classic challenge. I'm using my main deck that I use, which is Pekka Bridge spam with Evil Archers, and I'm using it against just, you know, higher level classic challenge matches. Right? So this was, I think, after my first 5 wins, because it didn't really seem like a point to put in my first 5 wins, because a lot of times your first 2 or 3 wins aren't difficult. I had a good fifth match, but it's still like they're a little too easy. So this was from my fifth match and onwards. If it was, let's say, further than I might have, I ended up zapping that because he played his goblins badly, so I saw that it was going to get some damage. Yeah, he played like 5 elixir on that, and I thought, well, and then he even played skeletons. He's played 6 elixir, and he's got a lot of bait cards, which is not good for me. Split the archers, that's always a good play. And then he has this this Goblin Barrel deck that I haven't faced before. It's a very homemade deck, but it's not bad. He's definitely going to play something else with it, yeah. Only makes sense. So I just play Bandit other side, try to see if I can't distract it. If you guys enjoy this video, let me know. I like doing classic challenges. My goal is to try to win one. And right now, I think my highest I've gotten to 10 wins like 2-3 times, and I've gotten to 9 wins like twice. So I'm close, but I am getting there, But yeah. So get in here at 10 elixir. I'll sometimes play Battle Ram just because I split my archers, just kind of help DPS down the that, and that will help get rid of the Dark Goblin as well. You always have to play something, and I realized, oh, that Zap will actually kill that Dark Goblin because it got hit a little bit. I let go of that archer on one side, and he does play a Fire Spirit, which is pretty nice, but I mean, he gets one shot. Definitely take it. Goblins weren't the best, and I was like, well, I can actually pressure right now. Sadly, you did have Evo Skeletons. That's okay. I didn't need to zap. I probably shouldn't have, but I mean, gets rid of them. I'm always worried about them doing something fucking freaky. They're a very scary card for me, so I'm like, gets rid of them. I do play my Dark Prince as soon as he plays that, so that is unlucky, but that's okay. But I find when their only form of attack is the what's it called? Is a Goblin Barrel, you can actually spend a lot of elixir defending it because they will still need to spend elixir, attacking you. And this guy plays a rocket, so I'm like, well, let me just try to pressure. You may have Valk, but I still feel like that won't be enough. Yeah. Look at that. Absolutely slaughtering it. And then I'm like, well, I can just play my Evil Archers, get rid of all of that push as well. But, play my Evil Archers, and yeah, you'll get a bit of damage. Get a bit more than I would have liked, but, I mean, it's okay. Play my Dark Prince. Try to keep my Evil Archers getting those super shots, because I think right now they nerfed it where it's 1.8, but I mean, it's still just absolutely great. That was a good Evil Archer shot, kind of helped out. But yeah, sadly, Evil Skeletons kind of destroy. I missed one, but luckily it did get it. Plays right into the side barrel. Awesome. No damage. Yeah. He ends up playing super... Look at that. Push. But... yeah, 1 Barbarian's all you need, and they can get a lot of damage, man. Look at that, 2 hits, awesome. He was super aggressive, which I get with Goblin Barrel when it isn't really getting too much damage. I just hate how aggressive, you can be allowed to play. And I realize, oh shit, he only has Rocket as his spell. I have to fucking start spamming and hope that something makes it through. And yeah, it does. GG's. I'll see you guys in the next match. Alright, next match here. But yeah, with Goblin Barrel with this deck, you either have to take a negative trade and just be happy with, using their Fireball. I didn't have anything for this. This is really annoying. Archers is usually the best play to counter those wall breakers, because you can kind of defend it. He plays his Bar Barrel like that, but that was a really bad Bar Barrel, and was a little bit late on the Mega Knight. So I get 1,000 damage. More like half the tower. I realized I couldn't play my Pekka because he played Bats as well, so I just play everything else. Just try to just DPS down the Mega Knight. Just kind of get rid of it. Mega Knight's always scary when you don't have the right counter for it. Bandit's no problem. This is another kind of bridge spam plus a minor deck, which is very odd. but it was pretty strong. I realized he had very little elixir. Yeah, he probably played that when he's at like 1.5, and it just was waiting till 2. I decided to let those go because I'm down elixir, and I realized if I split my archers, he can play something super aggressive, and I could be screwed, right? Now, just waiting to get to 10 elixir because I'm up in a lot of damage, and he may have his miner or whatever. Once I get to 10 elixir, I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah. But yeah. I tried to move it, didn't really work. There are some spots that do work. I'm going to zap that because that's free damage on the tower. Yeah, he Mega Knights, but I think that... No, it doesn't. I thought it was going to get a little bit of damage. And I thought, oh, I can play Mega Knight to keep my archer alive. Nah, not really worth it. I found there's actually a better spot to play your Pekka, so then both Princess Towers actually hit it. It's right in the middle of the King Tower, just up. I think it's 6 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 5 tiles. 5 or 6 tiles. One of the two. When I'm actually playing the game, I know. Ooh, he didn't use the ability. I don't know why I didn't use the ability there. That would have been such a good ability. But, yeah. I see he plays this bandit. I split my super archers. Very, very difficult to go into super archers when you're just, like, having to fight that alone. And I realize, oh, that I want to keep my super archer alive. I'll bandit that. That will actually collide with the tower, which was so nice. So he had the Evo Bats, which is a little bit scary, but I thought, oh, I could zap, and then I needed to E-Wiz, and I realized, oh man, I have no elixir for all this. I needed to Fireball, but I ended up missing the Little Prince, which really fucking sucked. And then once he played that, I had to play my Dark Prince, but I was a little bit late, so it didn't end up doing that, and I didn't want to take too much damage because there's only 10 seconds left. Just play super. Yeah, he's just spamming stuff to try not to lose too bad, but yeah, he has to play Mega Knight on a Pekka. Like, that's rough. That's really rough. See you guys in the next match. In the next match here. Yeah, I didn't record all of my losses because my first loss I got, like, starting handed this guy. I played my first card, and he immediately just went all in, and I had nothing for it. Like, it's kind of similar to what this guy's doing. But I thought, oh, I could have zapped. I shouldn't, because that archer's kind of get rid of it. I don't know what he has. I thought, well, I can play Battle Ram in front of that, and that's not bad. Once he played that, I realized, oh, I could have played it to the side, and it would have been so much better, man. It would have been so much better, but still, he overcommits with the bats, which is very nice. Then he has nothing else. The only thing I don't like about the Little Prince that I found is it works as 2 cards, so people really don't need to have as much. Like, it really bothers me that it's too good of a card, in my opinion. Yeah, he plays Knight. That's fine. He's probably going to play Hog Rider with it, my guess. Yeah, no, that's pretty predictable. Like, I found the Hog Rider players are very predictable in how they play. Only 1 hit, that's okay. Like, I'm not completely lost. But then once I saw, oh, he played Battle Ram. Let me actually do this. He does have his bats and skeletons, but I thought, oh, I might be able to get something. Any logs, which is okay. But that still will get a bit of damage, even with the bats. But yeah, so now I'm not completely lost. I'm kind of in the same amount. But yeah, I find when people's DPS is bats, I do pretty good because Zap is so nice. But some people have Spellbait, which isn't very fun. But I do alright into certain decks. I find a lot of Mega Knight decks I do alright. You know, Mega Knight does really good into Pekka, but most Mega Knight decks know that and will have really good counters to it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you have Pekka? Well, I have 100 Fishermen. And then you're like, oh, shit. It's actually pretty scary. The Earthquakes logs, which is fine. And I thought, well, that one Super Archer... I'd say Super Archer instead of Evil Archer. It doesn't really matter. Ooh, kept it alive. Forgot about the ability. Gets 2 hits. And gets that, which is pretty nice. I tried to zap and get a few of the bats, but it didn't really work, which is fine. Yeah, barely worked. Gets a little bit of damage off that. I don't know why he's not abilitying. Like, ability is such a good... I don't know why he's not using it, but yeah. Split my archers, misplaced them. And then I'm like, Pekka here. Should I zap? No. I don't want to waste my zap. I want to use my zap on on that. And I find, oh, he plays that. Okay, well, I can just pressure. Tried to play my bandit. And no, I didn't mess up. Okay, good. But yeah, now that's a good zap. Oh, it does miss the Evo Skeletons. That would have been so nice if I actually... If that would have caught, that would have been such a beautiful ability. I don't know if I have to play something on there, and I was a little worried. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did, but I was a little worried that I did. And Hog Rider is so hard to get, like, to not let it go through. Yeah, those bats were good to bait out. I am worried about his ability that he might have, or his building. And he's playing his building so bad. He's playing his building when that's the last thing he should be playing. You know, like, I was a little late to that, but that's okay. Late ability, he's having these small misplays that's giving me a chance to actually do stuff. He plays Hog Rider right into my Super Archers. Yeah, it gets a hit. But look at how much stuff I have on the board. I don't really feel worried about this at all. He plays his building, and I'm like, he has absolutely nothing. He has log. But what else does he have? You know, he has to play his log. And then I zap for the Evo Skellies. And then easy. Like, he just used his building, which was his counter to my push. That was a good match. But into the next match, versing Van Bustos. Play archers in the back. Usually that's the best play. At the start, as soon as you get to 10, split archers in the back. If you're versing a lot of people and you're finding, man, everyone I do, like, play something. Play in front of the king tower instead of behind it. But if you're finding people are even more crazy, just wait. Wait like 5-10 seconds. Well, that Dark Prince will connect. Oh, look at 2 hits. Nice. Gets rid of the tombstone. I was going to zap, but then I was like, ooh, I probably shouldn't. A little worried about that Royal Giant. Royal Giant I do pretty good at into. Like, Pekka is really good at getting rid of that. I was worried about that tombstone actually bringing over the Pekka. And he plays Hunter. And sadly, my little girl dies. But not the worst thing. But man, skeletons are so scary for me. But yeah, just when you verse Royal Giant, you can't let them, like, you can't play into them too much. That's how most decks are. There are a few decks that you have to be the kind of aggressor, especially with bad decks like Logbait or minor decks. You have to play really aggressive because they play passive already. Gonna get my king tower up. It's not too great in this matchup when you verse Royal Giant. Royal Giant doesn't get hit by the king tower, which, I mean, whatever. It is always nice just to kind of get it up, just in case you ever need it. He does play Hunter, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll need that. I didn't. Force out the Skeleton King, which is nice to see. Gets rid of the Tombstone, which is always nice. And the Skeletons will go in front. He plays his Royal Giant as soon as I play my Battle Ram, and I realize, ooh, hopefully Dark Prince is actually pretty good. But Dark Prince is, like, tagging both, which is really good. But that evil Royal Giant is getting a lot of damage. Late ability, which is fine. And I'm pretty happy with that exchange because I got his Evo out of cycle, and I also pretty much took the whole tower. But yeah. Just coming in here, play my Evo Archers. I probably should have played something a little bit more, like just zapping or something. But that's the thing. I'm always so used to not needing to that when I have to, I'm like, oh, I don't think I should. You know? But yeah, just kind of... Evo Archer takes that one tower, and I'm like, well, this is just such a mix match. Please, Royal Giant, try to get in the tower, but, you know, I have Pekka, it's not going to work. Yeah, Battle Ram here, takes the next tower, he gives up. GG's, you know, Royal Giant's a good matchup for me, so it's okay. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next match. Alright, in the next match here. Yeah. I'll sometimes play it in front if I find that I'm losing a lot of my matches. Because I believe before this match I lost my last one. Yeah. And it's so annoying. I usually wait on the zap when they do that. Just kind of get rid of it. You could just zap away the bats as soon as possible. But it's always nice to get a little bit of it. So he has Goblin, like Spear Goblins and Goblin Gang. Which is very, very tough. because they do a lot of DPS, right? Unless he's versing like a Royal Giant, it's usually pretty strong. So I think I have to pressure in single elixir because he has so many swarms. My zap isn't going to be enough. I force out the mortar, which is always nice. The mortar is going to hit my archers just to kind of distract that one shot. And I think I just have to keep on pressuring. I don't know what he's going to play exactly. He does that. I'm going to zap to reset the little prince and also get a little bit of damage. And yeah, 2 little tags. That's not enough to really warrant like anything crazy. But it's always nice. As soon as he did that, I really wish I would have played my E-Wiz. It would have been so nice. But yeah, he was a little late. Whatever. He's forced to play that. But I have absolutely nothing. I'm like, oh, I'm dead. I lost. Play my super archers at Hero, and yeah, I already lost half my tower. Most times when I'm versing a minor deck, I need the damage lead, not the damage loss, you know? Does get 1 little tag, which is nice to see, but not really enough to warrant anything too good. Yeah, it's always scary versing like a minor deck, and you don't have any damage. I mean, I have like a fireball worth of damage on both towers, but that is not enough to really say, oh yeah, I'm winning. And I think, oh, I have to fireball that. He doesn't have wall breakers, which was nice. If he had wall breakers instead of, let's say, spear goblins, I would have been so lost. If I would have zapped all of them, that would have probably gotten a hit. But that's okay. Yeah, this is where the battle ram interactions become so much better if you can actually get enough off. And a lot of times when you're facing a lot of minor decks, you don't actually get the chance to... That's a really good zap. Oh, yeah. Most times you don't actually even get the chance to get all your cards off that you want. You can't get your pekka off because, you know, your pekka is just going to die. You can't get your battle rams off because it's just getting killed by swarms or a building. We kind of just to make it happen. In a way of like, oh, well, he's going to play his mortar. I'm going to make him play his mortar in the back. Oh, now we're chilling, right? He uses his mortar, and I think, well, I have to pressure somehow. He might have his knight, but I'm like, okay, now he doesn't have his knight. You just have to work off of what you can each and every time. And I think, I need to get my super archers down. I need to build a big push, because that's the only thing I can do. He poisons, which kind of means, not this push, not this push. But, want to force out the mortar again. Zap to get rid of basically everything. It does get a shot, which isn't great, but he's doing a very, very good job at defending. This guy was actually very, very good. I won because of a small little thing that he does, but yeah, I think I need to get a pekka off. He minors, and that's basically like a 4 elixir pekka, but minor poison is very, very chip damage. And I find, okay, he spent 7 elixir, I spent 7 elixir. He's going to have to respond to that. I don't have to worry about it. So I think, okay, mortar, that's out of there. And I think, okay, well, bandit's being tanked for. I could probably DPS down that knight, and then he has nothing for it that isn't zappable. I could have zapped the spear goblins and everything, but I just zapped that to get rid of it all. Like, I just have to keep on pressuring. I'm actually going to lose if I don't. Good fireball. And then bandit here. Super archers to kind of start cleaning up everything. Sadly, the super archers do get hit, which is too bad, because it would have been nice to have. But yeah, he doesn't have his building. He plays his building late, because I don't know why the hell he played it late, but yeah. Dark Prince and everything on tower. Let's go. Yeah, he just did the same thing, and he only knew the same thing. Alright, in the final match. This match was, I don't know. I really struggled against Goblin Giant Sparky. That is what he's playing. I'm going to spoil it. But it's very, very tough for me to play because I've never really used the deck, so I don't know how people play it, so I don't know how I need to play against it, right? I know with Pekka Bridgespam, if I am playing a mirror, I need to spam my battle rams, and I need to do that, right? If I'm playing a different deck versus Pekka Bridgespam, I know I need to fucking make it. I need to make them work. Play that a little late. I have to zap to just save myself a little bit of damage, but the thing with that, since I had to save my bit of damage, my battle ram didn't die, so I had to play a little bit more. I have 0 elixir, and he has a lot of elixir on me, but I'm just hoping that I can survive until I get a bit of elixir. But yeah, Little Prince is always tough. People are getting pretty good at the Little Prince, so it's always harder. It's harder and harder to use, or to fight, I mean. And he has Sparky, and I believe he has Mini Pekka. No, he's Barbarrel. But yeah, 2 for 3, that's okay, but he will probably Goblin Giant in front of this. And the issue is the Goblin Giant's so fast. It's actually crazy how fast it is. Yeah, play my Pekka here, get rid of that Sparky, and then try to DPS down as much as I can. He plays that Little Prince, which was such a good play, and that was such a good protection, because look at how much damage that did. That took half my tower because he was able to protect it. It was actually a very well played thing. Plays that. I played a little early, but you know what? That's better than playing a little late. Yeah, just cleaning up that. Battle Ram's really good on defense. A lot of times you can't actually break through. You need to break through with some crazy push or like counter push, which I find very common. But yeah. I'm going to play Bandit, same kind of thing. Maybe force out a bit of Elixir. That was a much better bar barrel, but still doesn't really matter. I'm so used to splitting my super archers that when I see this push, I'm like, ooh, I'm actually screwed. But Dark Prince does have a shield. Sadly, the super archer goes first, but that's okay. Sadly, it does get hit. And I'm like, oh, I actually have nothing for that push. Yeah, Evo Knight and Mini Pekka is one of the scariest pushes when you don't have the right, like, ingredients, if you will. And I have to play this, and I still lose this tower, and I'm like, holy crap, I have nothing. I need to 3-crown this guy in 7 seconds. What the hell? Yeah, Goblin Giant Sparky is not a good, I don't believe it's a very good matchup for me. I mean, I got Ewiz and Sparky, but yeah. See you guys in the next one.